Baaka Show. I say it all the time. See, this is just real talk about real stuff. You know, I say it all the time. See, this is just real talk about real stuff. You know what I mean? It's no game, no nothing else. It's just two guys talking about whatever with whoever at any given time. So you never know what we're gonna talk about. What up, people? It's your man, Mr. Baaka, in the building. What's going on? What's going on? Another wonderful Sunday night. It's warm out here in Cali right now. It's about 75 degrees tonight, man. It's going down. But tonight, we're going to be talking about my man, William Paul Mitchell, out of Harlem. Who is that, you say? That's my man, Large Pro, Extra P, Large Professor. Yeah, Main Source. Man, I remember when that album came out, man. When Breaking Atoms came out, that was like the shit, man. It was 92. That because I remember Friend the Game of Baseball. That was the one, man. That was my joint, man. But that was also where Nas first showed up. First did his first appearance with Akinelli and Joe Fatal on Live at Barbecue. That was on there. Looking at the Front Door, that was a big one for him. I remember that when that hit. And then in '92 they came back with a soundtrack due to some dealings with Spike Lee. Which was on the White Man Can't Jump soundtrack, and but then right after that, that's when due to business differences, Large Pro P and Main Source, split ways or whatever. But which let's be honest, I mean it was just the two DJs, right? And we know Extra P was doing all the beats and rhyming. What are y'all doing really? You know what I'm saying? There weren't that many cuts, and if anything, I mean, he could scratch. I mean, he didn't really need two DJs, to be honest. So they just weren't signed a solo act time anyway. But so fuck them two DJs. But anyway, so so after that, he started doing a bunch of stuff with Pete Rock, CL, Nas. Oh, on that Nas joint, the Illmatic. Actually, he did the Illmatic was done at P's studio. So I mean, and then he has a bunch of solo albums that he did. He's got a new one right now called Living Legend. Came out this year. We're gonna rock something off of that, and of course we're gonna rock some of the original joints. Little tidbit of information for you: did you know that "Let the Rhythm Hit 'Em" was the first joint he did, which was the Eric B and Rakim joint, of course. But that's how he switched up actually from using the SK1 Casio to using the SP12. So a little history for you there. But anyway, so yeah, he's just plethora of hip hop production on this guy, man. So anyway, so let's get on to my man right now. We got a few joints for y'all, a few gems we're gonna listen to. So let's check out my man, Large P, Large P, Large P, Large P.
Large Pro, you think you have a sound when you produce, or you feel like?
Yeah, my sound is like, it be soulful. It's like that traditional soulful. Like I come from listening to the soul records and all of that. So, I was just sitting here listening, and I was thinking about that. I was like, yo, when my joints come on, be sounding like soul, be sounding like, you know what I mean? Like sometimes I get in that zone where it just be some remote other shit, and it just be like, all right, that's something else. Like, but for the most part, I'll be just on some soulful, like blending and looping up.
Outside of the mega project, man, what you got in the pipeline? What you got in the works? So anything that you looking forward to doing?
Quietly, I'm getting ready to throw another layer on the Large Pro catalog.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Type of things like that. You know what I mean? Doing my productions, man. I've been tapping them buttons, man, for years, man.
Sure.
So. You know what I mean? It's just a beautiful thing, man. I got this one nice joint, man, with my dude Reap. That's kind of nice.
Okay.
Reap the Natural. We just shot the video for that. It's real nice. I'm getting ready to shoot this video with my dudes Timeless Truth. We got something nice. They got this wavelength joint. So that's all. That's what I always be about, man. Just what I mean, like people coming up, they doing their thing, and I notice them, and I see them right at that point, and I just be like, all right, yo, boom, add on, and it just be nice, man. You know what I mean? That's how I do it, man. Each one reach one, and you know what I mean? That kind of thing. That kind of thing.
The pistol, and it's the Baaka Show. The Baaka Show. Baaka Show.
Hopping on the 2 train at 135th, fam laid on the block of 39th and Lennox. If you peep closely, you might see the remnants of scrolls on the walls from a time that was finished. The cinder block artwork sparked the alert. Young mind of Picasso, one of a kind. 8th grade, studio book, paint sprayed. Wandering around mutants that ain't afraid. Rolled out with the older squad. Rick, Tom, Tone, and Charles. D-Mac owned the book of green car. Obsession, ever since my first rap session. I've been on the rhymes, infinite as God's blessings. For real, the barge, time will reveal up a century. A rugged #1 entries, large. I was meant to be a star continentally. Go on this hip-hop adventure with me, come on.
Pistol, and Mr. Baaka show.
40 Deuce, Shorty Dukes with the rings on. Killed the ding-dongs with the Krylon. Man had the firearm, always in the tunnels. When toys had they bundles of paint, they would straight violate. Faking shit from them chicken shit boys while making sure they don't come back no more. So poor, token on raw. Cigarettes, rolling dice, making bets. Listening to get involved on the tape cassettes. Everything was fresh from the gear to they specs. Jacking radios out of Corvettes. Flipping merchandise, half off. Street sale worth the price in gold. I see it back tenfold. Enrolled in the school of hard knocks very early. Everyone embarks on their own ghetto journey. Eventually, mine was intentionally run free on this hip-hop adventure with me. Come on. As the beat keeps playing, the streets keep saying the slang that represents a 3D day in the life where children be paying the price of a cold as ice. Environment trying to poltergeist into the television where irrelevant shit. Brains on brains, I leap through the element, landing on quicksand and throwing a hand in the air for help. But the hand that's dealt is a good one. Everyone rose from the hood, son, unscathed, like a runaway slave. Slow down, pay attention. This ain't great adventure. The ride gets bumpy at times. May I mention, the mountaintop ain't the end. Never let the fountain stop flowing. As long as I'm alive, I keep going from the train to the plane and then to the V. Roll out on this hip hop adventure with me. Come on. Shout out, Final Reminiscences, Yuma Mia, Face Records, Record Station, Japan, yeah.
I remember when Illmatic dropped, like the day Illmatic dropped, I was in my office in Midtown and it was DJ Clark Kent and Damon Dash. And we listened to that record, and I remember DJ Clark Kent was like, yo, Large Professor just fucked me up. I gotta go back to the drawing board. Wow. Like, I specifically remember that. Like, no shots or anything. This is really what happened. So I see what you're saying, because like, even in a subtle way, you change the landscape of the game.
And like, even like little things like the sleigh bells, that I know where you got them from, but the sleigh bells, like there was a point, you know, in hip-hop production where it was just straight up regular hi-hats. Right. He found one of the signature things that he came up with was using a sleigh bell instead of a hi-hat. All of a sudden, every rap record had sleigh bells instead of hi-hat.
So, and you don't even get the credit for the sleigh bells?
Rocking the bells. People know, like people who need to know, or people who pay attention to those kind of things, they know. Like, you know, people will credit certain records or albums with changing the course of the sound of music, like, not tooting my own horn, but like the blueprint changed how rap sounded for a couple of years.
Soulful, going to the soulful era.
Like, I feel like the production that he was doing in that era, production wasn't as big of a deal in that era, so the general public isn't singing those praises because at the time they don't even know what producing a record is.
Right.
And by the time 2000 came around, 2001 came around, it's a whole different story.
Right.
Now you have albums with the stickers, featuring production by such and such, such and such and such and such. You weren't seeing that in this era.
Right.
So the credit wasn't there. But I feel like the stuff that he was doing at that time definitely was also a game-changing or a sound-changing experience.
Oh shit, another young brother hit. I better go over my man's crib and get the pump. Cause to the cops, shooting brothers is like playing baseball, and they're never in a slump. I guess when they shoot up a crew, it's a grand slam, and when it's one, it's a home run. But I'ma be ready with a wild pitch. My finger got a bad twitch, plus I wanna switch sides and step up to the batter's box. Fuck red and white, I got on black socks. But let him shoot a person from the White Sox. What's the call? Foul ball. Babe Ruth would've made a good cop, but he didn't. Instead he was a bigot. Dig it, my life is valuable and I protect it like a gem. Instead of cops shooting me, I'm going out shooting them. And let them cough up blood like phlegm. It's grim, but that is my antonym. And legally they can't take a fall. Yo, check it out, it's just a friendly game of baseball. RBI, real bad injury, but don't get happy, you're in jail for a century. Just as bad as being shot in the groin. To see who'll shoot ya, they'll flip a coin and watch it run for the stretch. But you don't know the man is at home waiting to make the catch. So the outfield, the guns you down, you're out. Off to the dugout, underground. I know a cop that's savage. His pockets stay green like cabbage, cause he has a good batting average. No questions, just pulls out the flamer, and his excuses get lamer. Once a brother tried to take a lead, but they shot him in his face saying he was trying to steal a base. And people watch the news for coverage on the game, and got the nerve to complain. They need to get themselves a front row seat, or save the baseline for a beat. Cause television just ain't designed for precision, y'all. It's just a friendly game of baseball.
Fool, ain't you? This ain't America, is it? Where can I be? This ain't America, is it?
Okay, hold on, but I don't know where the brother went. The umpires or the government. I guess they kicked him out the game and replaced him with a pinch hitter. And the scammy was a quitter. So the cops usually tournament. When I was saying, you can't let the umpires hear you speaking battle like the other kid you won't be playing. Cause they'll beat you till your ass drop. A walking gun with a shell in his hand is their mascot. When you run around, let it be noticed, step lightly. The bases are loaded, my man got out from 3 strikes in the skull, but the knife he was carrying was dull. Instead of innings, we have endings. What a fine way to win things. And hot dog vendors have fun selling you the cat, rat, and dog on a bun. And when you ask what is all of this called, it's just a friendly game of baseball.
You lowlifes, you take that, and that, and that. I'm here to protect and serve, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
I gotta bless y'all with these joints with my label, man. Okay. I brought some pieces for y'all. Y'all got to get that. Yeah, you know, rap. Yeah, I already know, man. It's, you know, they speak so super highly about you. Check this out. Since I'm hitting y'all with the wax, both of y'all are super collectors right now. You know, what's some of the most rarest joints y'all collecting at the moment, man?
Yeah, like, it's crazy now because I'm gonna tell you what, you know, I love doing what I do.